So curious? Over the weekend, everyone has been talking about Travis Scott and the tragedy at his Astroworld festival that took place Friday night and where 8 people had lost their lives. Since the days that had followed, everyone has turned their eyes to the rapper, blaming him for what had happened, and already at least 2 lawsuits have been filed against the artist and the organisers. But was Scott really at fault? What do we know about the events of Friday night? Could something else have caused chaos besides a stampede? Why are so many also blaming Kylie Jenner? And will her and Travis's relationship withstand the pressure of what happened? Stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest news, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you're always up to date with the latest news. Around 50,000 people had attended the sold-out Astroworld festival on Friday, November 5th in Houston, Texas. However, the event that was first organised by Scott in 2018 and that featured special guests such as Drake would be one that fans would not forget too fast, and not for the right reasons. It was around 9 PM on the first night of the event that people had begun to push towards the stage, which in turn ended with people getting crushed, and soon after panic had ensued. According to Houston Fire Chief Sam Pena, people had begun to fall out and become unconscious, but he also added that it was not the result of obstructed exits, but by issues close to the stage. But there were already signs of crowd trouble before the show had even started, as the Houston Chronicle reported that while rushing into the venue, a slew of fans had knocked over barricades and shoved past each other. But once Travis took to the stage, that's when the pushing had begun. One concert goer had spoken with The Guardian and revealed that the crowd surged as a timer counted down the start of Scott's performance, adding that as soon as he jumped out on stage, it was like an energy took over and everything went haywire. The person also noted that it was the scariest night of their life, thinking that they would literally lose their life. As it was reported by local media, already 11 minutes into the set, those attending were trying to escape the section closest to the stage, and several minutes after that, people began to climb anything that was climbable to escape the crush. 24 minutes into the set, fans had already begun screaming for medical aid and unsuccessfully waving their hands to get the rapper's attention. A video has been circulating on social media of a girl climbing the cameraman's platform and trying to get him to inform the people necessary to stop the concert, yelling, "Someone's dying in there," and later a man joining her yelling for them to stop the show. Later, the girl took to her Instagram to post about what it was like. In it, she wrote, "We begged security to help us, for the performer to see us and know something was wrong. None of that came. We continued to drown, more and more. One person fell or collapsed. It doesn't matter how it started. Once one fell, a hole opened up in the ground. Person after person was sucked in. You were at the mercy of the wave." Less than half an hour into Scott's set, there had been a recording of staff performing CPR on an unresponsive man, yet one video showed Scott looking in their direction as he continued to perform. Many had criticised the rapper for this, especially since the crowd had been chanting at him to stop the show. Yet those defending him and present at the event had told the Houston Chronicle that he did momentarily pause this set twice when he noticed attendees in distress near the stage, telling security to make sure they got help. Allegedly, Houston police had reached out to Live Nation promoters who agreed for the show to end early at 10:10 PM, but as the Houston Chronicle had cited people at the festival, the rapper did not finish his set until 10:15. As people began to push, some concert goers told the BBC team that they had seen people trampling those who were on the ground who had either passed away or lost consciousness. And as a result of the chaos that ensued at Scott's concert, according to the media reports at the time this video was made, at least 8 people had lost their lives in the stampede, the youngest allegedly being a 14-year-old boy and the oldest a 27-year-old. 11 people had gone into cardiac arrest and were rushed to hospital, and more than 300 fans went to the field hospital near the venue to be treated for their injuries. Right now, as the police told reporters, it is unknown what exactly triggered the mayhem. While some concert goers had claimed it was simply Travis's appearance on stage, the Houston police are investigating rumors that someone was going around injecting people with something that had caused them to go crazy. TMZ reported that a source close to them, a key person involved in the festival, told them that at least one victim was seen foaming at the mouth before going into cardiac arrest, and they claimed it was a targeted attack, though that of course has not been confirmed by anyone involved in an official investigation. The Houston PD's chief, Troy Finner, did confirm that one person had been injected with something, namely a security guard working the event who felt a prick in his neck before he quickly fell unconscious. In light of the criticism that had been sent commending Scott's direction for not stopping the show or doing something to help those in trouble, sources close to the artist told the media that he was mostly oblivious to the extent of what was happening. Those close to him had revealed that he had been devastated over what happened and that he's been an emotional wreck crying. The rapper himself took to social media to issue a statement where he said that he had no idea what was going on, adding that they are working with the police to figure out what had happened and urged those who have any information to contact the police.
I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities.
Kylie Jenner, who was in attendance at the festival with her sister Kendall and daughter Stormy, who she shares with Travis, had also come under fire for her Instagram stories. The makeup mogul had posted a video to her Instagram story that had since been deleted that showed Scott performing and the crowd, in which an ambulance making its way through the crowd is visible. Those sources close to the pair had also added that just like her partner, she also wasn't aware of what was going on in the crowd. After the event, she took to her Instagram story to say condolences to all those affected by what had happened and highlighted that neither she nor Travis knew what was going on. Otherwise, there was no way that the concert would have continued and she would not have filmed those stories. In light of all this, many had begun to speculate whether the events of November 5th would have any effects on the relationship of Jenner and Scott. As many of you know, the two had recently rekindled their relationship after having previously split, and they are now expecting their second child together. Some had pointed out that in light of all that had happened, the rapper will be working alongside police and lawyers to figure out what exactly happened and respond to any lawsuits that will be filed. Well, it seems that Kylie has always been more than eager to support Scott, given that she is pregnant. Many are pointing out that she won't be able to follow him around as she will need to rest and take care of herself and the baby. Though right now, nothing seems to suggest that there will be any trouble for the pair. And if you want to know more about the way they spoiled the daughter Stormy, you can do so by clicking on the link above to check out our previous video. In light of what had happened, many had predicted that many lawsuits will soon be filed against the rapper, Live Nation and the security company, and as of the making of this video, 2 already had been filed. One such suit comes from a guy named Manuel Souza, who claims that he was hurt during the chaos at the festival and who alleges gross negligence on behalf of Travis, Live Nation and others he lists as defendants. In the documents that were obtained by Billboard, Souza claims the tragedy was predictable and preventable due to the fact that there were warning signs earlier as people had stormed their way in as things were opening up. While it is unclear why Manuel thinks that Scott is at fault, he does cite Travis's history of allegedly encouraging violence among fans at his past concerts. According to the publication, the man is suing for at least $1 million. Another lawsuit has been filed against the artist, the promoter, and this time also Drake. This suit is also on the grounds of alleged negligence, and in documents obtained by TMZ, they claim that the 2 rappers had helped to incite the crowd that night, suggesting that they were either aware or should have been of how the crowd would react. The person claims the people who organised the event, which includes Travis himself, did a poor job of planning and keeping everyone safe. They too are seeking at least $1 million in damages. Overall, it is estimated that the incident could cost up to $200 million in lawsuits. As of the making of this video, neither Scott nor Drake had commented on the lawsuit against them. As of the making of this video, the cause of death of the 8 victims has not been confirmed, and the medical examiner is in the process of determining what had happened, as NBC News reported. The second night of Astroworld has also been cancelled, news that was shared in the festival's Instagram page, along with condolences to the families of those who lost their lives. So curious, what are your thoughts on the situation? Do you believe that people have the right to blame Scott for what happened? Do you believe that some illegal substances had been involved as mentioned by some? Should Travis answer for what had happened in court as a result of the lawsuits? And do you think that this could affect his relationship with Kylie? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.